I think the biggest surprise was figuring out the cost of being a single person entity and the whole notion of working in isolation. I think that was a uncalculated portion of the equation that I signed up for when I decided to leave Goldman Sachs, which was a huge conglomerate of people, and I worked on teams constantly, and I went from constant interaction to isolation. And I started out working in my home. So, coupled with being a single entity business and also working by myself, I think it was huge. And, in order to conquer that, I had to treat myself almost as though I was being homeschooled, and that I had to learn how to, a couple of things. I had to learn how to cook for myself because as a woman on Wall Street, I left home most mornings at 5. I ate breakfast in the cafeteria at work. My lunch was eaten at work, and 4 nights out of 5, I had dinner on the street. So there was a whole learning around taking care of myself as a person, sort of isolated from the rest of the world. And that was one of the greatest learnings, and the skill of socializing myself as well. How do I get out and be around people? Because there was nobody around my kitchen water cooler to talk with. So I think that would be one of the hugest learnings, and thankfully today I'm here, I'm out, I'm socializing, and I've overcome that. I think the biggest obstacle that most women face is the willingness to take risk and to not over-calculate or analyze a decision. There are people that have to go to the edge of the pool and put a toe in first, and then a foot, and then a heel. And then there are others that can just go and just jump in the pool. Well, I think over the years, I've learned to be one of those people that just jump. I know I can swim. I know the bottom's only, X number of feet deep. I know the minute I touch it, I can bounce back up. So now what do? I jump. And that's really, along the lines of just being a risk taker, taking risk, I think is a huge obstacle for a lot of women. Versatility is probably the trait that allows us to survive the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, and the cycles, the economic cycles in particular, that we experience as our businesses evolve. And I think that, if you're willing to allow yourself to reinvent yourself, try something on different for size, it might not necessarily have been in your business model. I mean, not venturing too far out of scope for what you have chosen to do, but just to allow yourself to flex and to sort of roll with the tide. As the tide goes in, you come in with it. As it pushes you out, just ride it, and don't fight it. And I think that the ability to be versatile and to allow yourself to be flexible and not, so bent on a rigid way of doing things is one of the main keys to success.